All right, let's get into this. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back, everyone. We got a new One Piece chapter early as hell. Yo, I missed when One Piece chapters came out early. Although, I remember a time long ago when they came out Wednesday, but this is refreshing. So, we are here for chapter 1173 of One Piece. We're going to get into this chapter. We'll do a little bit of discussion here and there for the chapter, if anyone's here for a discussion. And then immediately after, what we were going to do was primarily JoJo's. We're going to roll into that for part 8. We are... What chapters are we again? Like 80 plus or whatever? Let me see. Oh, that's right. 88 plus. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost done part 8. And then we can move into part 9 and see if it's going to be Araki's last part. If that is the case, how it's going to go. But before that, finish part 8. And then I'm going to try and get to the greatest state. But because One Piece is out now, and depending on the chapter, and depending on how long we're going to have a discussion, if it really is a good chapter, and of course JoJo's content is going to take primarily the lion's share, I will see what we're going to do for the greatest state. If not today, we'll have to do like an extra stream for it, maybe like next week or whatever. We will see. But because this did clear up content for me to do today for One Piece, tomorrow I might try and do another Fate stream. So the universe heard my ask and they said, yes, here you go. The Fate stream last night was fun. I like the story. I like the gameplay. And the characters are so far interesting. The art is what sells me most. It is just amazingly well animated and just depicts the sense of the time period in the Edo. It's like, oh, lovely. Okay. Enough yapping on my part. We're here for One Piece. An early chapter. We're using TCB scans. So I will post in the chat for those who are here live. That way you guys have a link to it. I'm sure you guys probably do already have a link to it. But just in case, because it did come out not too long ago. There in the chat. VOD Gang members, hi, hello. Hope you guys are having a good day, a good night, or a good afternoon, wherever you may be. If you are watching now and also saying, hey, it's hella early for this stuff to be dropped or a VOD to be here, check the description down below. The chapter link should be there. I'm using TCB scans. They're pretty reliable, but I would also use an ad blocker if you wanted to. Yeah, again, I'm very happy this came out early today. Gives me a lot more opportunity to game tomorrow. So that's going to be on our docket and a change of pace. But yeah, so we have 1173. Last time we left off, we have the giant warrior pirates, or like Harjin's Neo giant warrior pirates, are entering the scene with Zoro and Sanji. Scopper, I think, he's like being treated with Chopper by the elevator, so he's not gonna go and do stuff, which makes sense. We talked a lot, which I'm seeing on the cover story. Usopp. A lot of people have been talking about Usopp. Listen, it's not over yet, but I'm not gonna lie. How things are shaping, how things are moving, and the people who are gonna need to get their shine now after that flashback, primarily Loki, I don't know if Usopp will have time, because Oda said that he's gonna end the arc this year, supposedly. Oda and his time frames are like, they're hit or miss. But Oda says he wants to end this arc this year, and it's apparently going to be an abrupt ending, supposedly from Jump Festa. We'll see what that means. We already are hitting the ground running. We are literally just going to now have like Zoro and Sanji and their teams and whatnot, along with Harjin, do their thing until Luffy and Loki come up and they're going to fight Imu. Again, depending on how that goes, could be drawn out and or ended quickly, again, depending on certain situations. So it's just now, like, if all this stuff is being set up and pieces are in place, where do we put Usopp in the middle of this? I have no idea. Like, what we had originally assumed, those of us of the more moderate / maybe more conservative takes when it came to Usopp was that, okay, at the bare minimum, we wanted him to like have some story arc focus with the giants and their culture and stuff. It's not really there. Then there was the idea that like Usopp was going to have the call to arms to fight to defend 𝑬𝑨𝑹 once we knew that threats were inbound to 𝑬𝑨𝑹. No, because y'all rule just did that last chapter. Okay, well, then there was the prominent theory that at the bare minimum, Usopp should be the one who handles the giant warrior pirates, Dory and Broggy, in their demon form. Now Zoro's doing that. I don't really know. Like, at that point then. So it's like, he still is bound. Brook's not bound. Or, like, he's at least going somewhere. Maybe he's tumbling and turning and he's rolling down a hill somewhere being a memeish. I could see that. But, like, Oda is already setting up Brook with his entire side story with Gunko to do stuff. And he's already making him move. He's becoming a prime shaker. But, like, Usopp's still bound and he's, like, cheering on the giants and whatnot, like, that's my masters, this is the land of my dreams. It's like, okay, well, if this is the land of your dreams that you've been spouting for over 1,000 chapters, and this is a huge part of your legacy in the story, bro, Oda / Usopp, get the fucking work. So if Zoro goes up against Dory and Broggy, takes them out, incapacitates them, however you want to see it, what is Usopp gonna do? Is he just gonna play support? Just snipe a bunch of shit? Like, he's gotta do something at least to impress the giants. But it's like Zoro, Sanji, Loki, Luffy, and probably Harujin, they're all gonna take the great share of that. I don't know where Usopp comes into play. It could be something dumb, which does fit Usopp's character, that will then turn into a big deal later on. Hey, Quinn, welcome to the stream. I don't know. It's getting concerning. And again, I wasn't a big Usopp pusher. I wasn't one of those people that were like, yeah, this is the arc that Usopp's going to get Conqueror's Haki. His bow is going to, like, absorb the Atomwood tree and become, like, an ultra giga staff bow. He's gonna get a Devil Fruit as well. He's gonna get Mjolnir. Or in this case, he's gonna get a piece of Ragnir. He's gonna wield it around. I wasn't one of those people. Maybe he was gonna get a better power-up. Maybe he was gonna use Observation Haki because he hasn't used that since Dressrosa. Didn't use it in Wano Country at all. In fact, he fucking backtracked. He actually had to use, like, a pair of binoculars to, like, spy on people. Like, wait, Usopp, you have Observation Haki. Or at least you should be aware that you have Observation Haki. Although now this arc is kind of setting up that apparently no one really knows when they have Haki blooms and shit unless someone just verbatim tells them. Like with Zoro and now I guess kind of Luffy, where it's like, I don't really like that, Oda. But it's like, I don't know. Like, he's not getting character stuff. He's not getting story stuff. He's not getting power-ups. He's not doing combat feats or whatever. So I don't know where we're going to go with Usopp. And it's looking like we might go 3 for 3. Zoro Wano Country, Frankie Egghead Island, and, like, Usopp and 𝑬𝑨𝑹. He's just going to be on the sidelines? That's crazy. And don't get me wrong, I like the Brook stuff. It's fascinating. But really, Brook for 𝑬𝑨𝑹? Hell, Robin's being put on the sideline now. Like, again, I wasn't a big fan of it, but, like, Saul's here, and she tried to do some stuff, but then she was immediately shut down. It's like, oh, I guess that's Robin's primary contribution, as far as I can tell, for the arc. She tries to, like, step up to Summers. Nope, get captured. Didn't defend the library. It's on fire again. Like, maybe she's going to help put it out, or maybe she's going to help the owl get the books out. But it's like, okay, that's Robin's contribution too. So it's like, Usopp and Robin, you would think would be the prime, secondary Straw Hats in this arc. They're on standby. And it's not, the typical Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, again, which it is. Brook's getting stuff. And again, Jinbei's, he's there. I don't know. But that's where we left off, and then we have Zoro, again, going up in Zoro and Broggy. I'm curious if he is going to do something against them. Is it going to be hockey related? Because Gabon. Sanji's going to the school, so that's where I think Summer should be. I don't see people say where Killingham should be, but I think Killingham's on the move right now. And again, I think Harujin's probably going to, I don't know how. He's going to stall Emu until Loki and Luffy get up here. He's probably going to go through a bloom, but kind of crazy to think about, but he's probably going to stall Gunku Emu, and maybe Brook's going to help him out too, and that's going to be a whole thing. Yeah. Alright, well, that was my prediction. What's going to happen going forward, and maybe a little bit into this chapter. Again, Usopp. I don't know. But okay, let's get into this. So, the rules, are down there. Ooh, let me get my Luffy header up. Almost forgot. 𝑬𝑨𝑹, but follow the rules. The rules. Please and thank you. Those who are here now and VOD gang. Let's get into the chapter. One Piece 1173, a generation of warriors. So, giants, pride, warland. Cover request by Seto. Usopp covers his nose with honey as a lure to catch a rhinoceros beetle. Lovely. And then Chopper's there looking at the honey like, yum. Usopp, come on, man. Stop fucking around, man. It's time. Hold on, let me switch my openings. Let me switch my music. There we go. Usopp, it's your time, man. It's your time. Please. First page, we open up with the demonic giant warrior pirates encroaching into the village. So we have Dory, Broggy leading their horde. Kill Ja Rule! The demonic army advances. All spiked out, all demonic looking. Dory, Broggy, it's unthinkable to see you like this. What's the plan of yours, Roronoa? First things first, it's okay if I cut those guys down. I mean, again, Zoro, what's the plan? Is it gonna be hockey? Does he have, like, now that Gabon gave him the A-OK to realize he has Conqueror's Haki infusion and blah, 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 and now that he had that little flashback, is he gonna hit the ground running and he's gonna do, like, another Zenkai boost? Is this it? Like, that's all he needed was, like, hey, you got the cool shit. Here's a flashback. Dope. I know what to do now. It is, but we're up against an entire giant warrior crew. I think, what's his name? Stanson? Saving Elder Ja Rule is our top priority, but these warriors have all earned our respects. Try to spare their pride at least. Fuck that shit. We're trying to, I mean, yeah, I get the warrior pride enough, but it's like, yo, we're trying to, like, save 𝑬𝑨𝑹. Gotta mow people down. Huh? Harujin Stanson. Shit, we've been spotted. Don't let them surround us. Hey, did you finish your quest to unite all the giants of the world? Yeah, right. By now, they'll have to know they're never gonna happen. Yeah. Okay. So, again, he's told people his dream. He's gonna be the king of the giants, which is interesting. And if we believe his mom, he's gonna be, like, one of the oldest heroes, quote unquote. So, Ja Rule's like 300 plus years old. It could be possible that Harujin might be 400, maybe even 500 years old. Like if a two-piece were to ever happen. They, of course, don't like that. What? Ugh, never mind. Fuck them up. Go for it, Zoro. Okay, brothers. Like he's Todo. You got it. Leaps off of them. So they're not. So he's not getting thrown this time. Oh, I wonder if he's gonna use. What was the technique called against, not against King, but, like, to get back up after the fight? The Clear Lance? Is he going to use Clear Lance to, like, chuck himself over there? I see. You won't get trapped between them if you approach from above. Yeah. What a clever move. Hold on. Don't give him too much. Zoro, when it comes to IQ moves, isn't known to do that. That's more of a Sanji thing, but let's see what he does here. So, this one, Enhanced Giant, brings down his sword. Miss. Stanson, let's circle around them from the side. Roger that, Harujin. Again, we need to learn how this Domi Reverse Eye truly works. We have ideas. Like, if you know how if it is a game-based ability, and the idea is that if you have the enemy piece and an enemy piece, and you're caught up in between the enemy pieces, and they ensnare you, you then get flipped to their side. Well, if it's based on a game, surely it has to be fair. So that way, if the enemy's here, you and your ally encroach it, can they be flipped back over to your side? I wonder. Zoro playing leapfrog over the giants. Huh? Hey! Boop, bang, jump. Yo, Zoro going into the maw. Like, oh my god. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Levi when he was going into the one forest by the end of the story. Attack on Titan by the end of the story is not my particular cup of tea, but hey, whatever. Anyway, it reminds me of Levi when he's like surrounded by the maw of titans all around him in the forest, like, and just fucking becomes a goddamn buzzsaw. Above us, that puny human. 3-sword style, secret technique, and he hockeys up the blades. I figured it was going to be 𝑬𝑨𝑹 primarily that he was going to use, but no, he's going 3. He's going 3. I see a bunch of slashes. Ooh, is this the, oh my god, the Rashomon? No, not Rashomon. What was the move that he did against the Kraken? Like in the beginning of the post-time skip. It was like 3-sword style, and there was like a bunch of slashes, and then there was like a horizontal slash. Was it like, I think it was like the path of, the 6-folded path or something? I think it might be doing that. Yes, he is doing that. But I see black sparks. I see black sparks. So, Oda and Zoro, is that like, what's going on here? Because again, you've been very confusing as of late. The crossing of the 6 pass, but like enhanced. We see a bunch of the giants take a tumble. I'm seeing sparks on the sword. I'm seeing sparks in the air. I'm seeing sparks of blood and whatnot on the giant. That's Roronoa for you. And then the 2 main boys themselves. What? Huh? Who's this puny human? Roronoa. They have a realization. Dori, Brogi. Get the fuck out of here. Wait, are they gonna try and do an Ikkaku sovereignty? Yo, hold on. Oh shit. Cause that's also another thing I've noticed in this arc so far. We haven't gotten a lot of giants using Ikkaku sovereignty. It's just Dori and Brogi. And if you want to say Harujin, they're like the only ones that kind of know that kind of Elbaf fighting style. Like no one else has it, which is weird. And Big Mom. Dori, Brogi. So they're, I think, actually going to do an Ikkaku sovereignty on him. But then, unbelievable. Oh shit, I think he used the clear lance. I think he used the clear lance because he's backing forward to them, realizes, turns himself midair, brings down his 2 swords, and I think there's like a little shockwave bubble on the air. And so, just as they're about to clash onto Zoro, he then throws himself backwards using the clear lance, I think, and they hit themselves with their own attacks. And I guess that wasn't an Ikkaku sovereignty. They were just timing their swings with each other. Fair enough. Although now that they're enhanced, I wonder how strong their Ikkaku sovereignty could be. Ugh. Zoro actually, like, damn. Dori, Brogi, Chiefs. Are they actually hurting themselves? Is that like another way to do damage against them if an immortal hurts another immortal? No, Brook. Well, I mean, we do need to know where Brook's been. We do need to know what happened to him because we went into a deep dive last time where it's like, when the fuck did he get away? I guess just off screen. So he is still bandaged up. So maybe the idea is that he rolled away was actually correct. Branch number 8, Brook's location. Okay, hang on. Whoa. some serious lore is happening. Here we go. Princess Shuri, you there. You are Princess Shuri. So we have a name, not Gunko, quote unquote, or at least someone of the name Princess Shuri. So she is a princess. So not a saint, but a princess. Also, again, Oda, I know what you're doing with Gunko over here. Looks over, again, they should still be under Imu's control here. But then maybe is thinking to themselves, I can't see how you could possibly be her. I'm certain it should be impossible, but it's hard to deny that you are the spitting image. So I have to make sure of it. Okay, so what does that mean? Even if you aren't the princess, surely you must be of her blood. If the princess were alive today, she would be around 80 years old. Of course, she wouldn't recognize me, given how much I've changed. Alright, there's a lot of theories. It's either Gunko is not changing for whatever reason, or maybe now this Shuri, this Princess Shuri, that's her mom. That's her mom. Because I think in the one flashback that we saw of Gunko, she mentioned something about a father before we see the Brook image. And then there was that one handmaid of Imu. That was like pre-God Valley. That was even pre-Rocks Pirates. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. This is fascinating. Even if you aren't the princess, you would be surely you must be of her blood. If the princess were alive today, she would be nearing 80 years old. But Brooke, you're actually still older than her, which is crazy. Of course, she wouldn't even recognize me, seeing how much I've changed. And yet, those features, the blue hair, okay, calling it out, the blue hair, the mismatched eye color, and a connection to the Holy Land. Fuck, he knows about the Holy Land. He knows. Brooke, you gotta, Straw Hats, just start talking to each other. I don't understand. You knew about the Holy Land? Fuck, Brooke, man. You couldn't escape the allegations? And a connection to the Holy Land. Plus, you're fond of music, aren't you? All those single details is a perfect match. You have to be Princess Shura. Yo, Brooke, start talking, man. Start talking. I had hoped I hoped I would go the rest of my life without ever having to think about you again. What the fuck? I owed everything to the man whose life you took. My, patriarchal princess. Wait, what? Hold on. I owed everything to the man whose life you took. The patriarchal princess. Hold on. Get in the call. Give me 1 second. Alright. Did you see the new episode, JJK? Yo, the multitasker. You love asking me that. No, I did not. So, what is it? Last time we watched was Saturday, so it's going to be this Saturday that we'll do more JJK. Let me see. What is it up to? We basically should have been caught up last time, and that the new episode that should be out this week should be the only episode that we have to react to. That's going to be Saturday. Let me just double if the site wants to work. Yeah, so I'm caught up to episode 5. I did not see episode 6. Episode 6 will be Saturday with the rest of the anime stuff. So we'll have that along with the... We'll have episode 6, Fate Strange Fake, and then we're also going to do Kaiju number 8 and back to Call of the Night. It just released. No, yeah. So, multitasker. For me, I usually do when the episodes drop. I'll probably wait like a day or two for an actual stream that I'll have multiple anime with. I don't do like... If I had the time, I would definitely do the reactions when the episodes drop or like the night of they're dropping, but no, I haven't gotten to the new episode yet. Well, I did see episode 5. It was good. Really liked your manga reaction. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm liking the anime adaptation of 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 Season 3. Things are different, both good and bad, but I like it. I appreciate that. All right, but speaking of manga reaction, let's get back to the One Piece chapter. So, the person that she killed, there have been a lot of theories about 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀, because he just got a quote-unquote random disease, which happens. It happens. People can get random diseases. I mean, Roger, as far as we know, got a random disease. So it's not impossible, but there have been theories for decades now that have been like, what if 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 didn't get a random disease? What if he was poisoned? And then there was the idea, like, the people that took out Brook's pirate crew, the Rumbar Pirates, people have been wondering, well, who took them out? They said I think Brook one time said that he believed that they were a bunch of hired mercenaries or like a hired pirate crew to take them out. That's what he told us, I think, like one time. So there's now ideas, especially with 𝑬𝑨𝑹, and there was a time with 𝑬𝑨𝑒𝑟 that maybe somehow like they're paid off by like the Holy Land for whatever reason. So I'm curious. I'm curious if that is going to connect into here, and that's like what happened to 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀. That it wasn't just a random disease. She somehow killed 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀, which would be like, whoa, okay. I'm gonna watch the Fate Samurai Remnant vid later because I'm sad I missed it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, that's why we have the VOD. But yeah, so because One Piece out today, Quinn, tomorrow we'll probably do another Fate Samurai Remnant. I like the game. It's fun. It's different in a good way. But okay, let's move. And then I think Gunko is coming back into her own body for like 2 seconds. So that looks like it's going to be the case. You can, well, Rox also showed us, you can fight the will of Emu and also Harold. Gunko. Hold on, let me do this right. Gunko, are the memories beginning to return to you? Yo. Suppressor, just know your body is mine. However, Emu actually does lose control. He loses control. And her eyes are back to normal. It's not the Gunko eyes, like, or the Emu eyes, like, is distinctly now her eyes. Brook, you have to run. Again, nice shot, Oda. So now here comes the arrow powers. Can she not? Okay, so that's also another good, I think, indicator. Emu cannot use Gunko's arrow ability while he is taking over her body. So only Gunko herself can use the arrow devil fruit. Gunko, Emu, that fusion cannot have that ability. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Huh? And because she's now in control, she's unraveling the knot around Brook. Look, it's wiggling. Yo, oh shit, the arrow is being undone even there as well for the kids. Yo, if someone was there right now, they could probably snag them. They can probably snag the kids. Brook, I'm free. Brook, Gunko, thou attempts to move on thy own will? aka shut the fuck up, get back in line. And then snaps her right back into place. Like, nah, kid. You're mine. Your soul belongs to me. And it looks like she's, like, taking damage. Like, her wings are, like, kind of crumbling. Drat. My legs. Oh, shit. His leg. I mean, because he's a skeleton. Can't he, like, chop off the leg? Or, like, just pop, like, the leg bone out? And then be like, alright, one leg, like he's doing a Kyros? It's gonna nerf his speed, but, like, fuck it. Why did you tell me to run? I came to settle this matter with you. So, who are you? Shut thy mouth. Who art thou to 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀? None of your fucking business, whoever the hell you are, I imagine what Brooke will say. Oh, shit, that's right. He did get a shield from his cosmetic this arc. Yo, the shield coming in hand. Brooke, shield, and he's got his sword ready to go. I can't believe this. Wait, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I had to come back to reality for like 2 seconds. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you fucking for real? I see a black bolt on here. Get the fuck out of here. First of all, Emu is actually fighting Brooke. That's insane. 2, there are black sparks on this exchange from Brooke and Emu? Mainly Emu? I don't want to hear any, oh, well, Brooke has confirmed. No. Emu. The assault is clearly coming from Emu. What the fuck? Why is Brooke move like this sometimes? Like, this is the same Brooke that was moving against Big Mom in Whole Cake Island. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. How the fuck is the first Straw Hat Brooke, who's the one gonna go up against Emu? That's insane. That's crazy. And he's just like, no, my will protect me from you, you demon. God damn, I can't believe this. Brooke is the first Straw Hat to clash with 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 Emu. With hockey! They're attacking him with hockey! Alright, I mean, realistically, he should get folded, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe when he's in a body that's not his own, the stats for that person and Emu's own stats don't follow up. So it's like a negative, like they drop down. Unless you have, what was it? The deep sea covenant, like the elders had during Egghead Island, or not Egghead, God Valley. In God Valley, Saturn has the deep sea covenant on their body somewhere. Therefore, Emu could like more manifest themselves into the battlefield and they could do some crazy shit. But like, maybe because it's like an actual possession here and not a summoning sort of thing, maybe they're weaker. Maybe they're weaker, and that's why, like, someone like Brooke is standing tall against Emu. Someone like Brooke. The Brooke upscale is going to be crazy. Branch number 8, Usopp's group. Oh, that's what they're called? The Usopp group? But, that actually, so, because they undid the arrow for, like, 2 seconds, that means the Straw Hats are going to get out. Okay, I was wondering. I was wondering how they were going to get out of the arrows. So, never mind. So, Brooke gets a W for everyone else. Holy wow, we're free! My mind powers did the trick. Yes! No, Usopp. Jinbei. No, the arrows came loose for a moment. But what happened? Robin's restraints are different. We have to get these thorns off her. Just forget me, Nami. Focus on the children. I saw Agni slip away earlier, but I doubt she'll make it in time. West Village is far too away. Right, yeah, they gotta go a long distance. Nami Swan! Oh, Sanji's already here. He's already here. Speed. Sanji? Yo, we're going all over the place. Branch number 8 near the West Village. Go. Keep moving, you brats. The finish line's just up ahead. Summer's leading the children on his, like, thorn dragon thing. You're one of the demon You're one of the demons that Elder Ja Rule mentioned, aren't you? We'll make you pay for this. 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉 is truly strong, you see. You moron. We all know about how strong the giants are. That's why we're here and after you. And besides, you're Gabon's kid, right? I'd shut up and unwrap these thorns if I were you. You know, this kid, he's got stones. Yeah, let's go. I dare you to face us like a warrior. Yeah, you're a real idiot, you know. It's way too late for that. Look, I can already see the harbor. Say goodbye to your homeland. This is the last time you'll ever see it. This man loves being evil. What? No way. You mean I'll never see Mom and Pa again? I don't want that. Please, someone help us. Ahem. Hello. Great one. Killingham and I are about to complete our task. Oh, Killingham's here too. I'm dying to go home already, but do you have any more bidding for me to attend to first, my lord? Colin, 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉𝑒𝑛, Ulf. Huh? Oh, the parents. Oh, the parents are going to step in? Okay, well. How'd they get here? Weren't the dream demons meant to stop these fools? The parents are coming to the rescue. Mom, it's my mom and the others. Grandpa? Wait, what? Who? Grandpa Oimon? Wait a minute. Whoa, what? Giant, oh God, the giant ears are throwing me off right here. Wait, are you saying Ripley is the daughter of Oimon? And Colin is then the grandson of Oimon? Or is this more like a Japanese thing, like a term of elderly respects? Like how the Whitebeard pirates call Whitebeard pops, or sometimes they'll call him Gramps. Like, hey, Gramps, you should probably... Because I didn't think he was that old. Like, he could be a dad for sure, and his kid could be maybe starting to be a little bit older. But, like, to the point of, like, he has a kid already? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like, timeline-wise, it's kind of weird. Wait, above you. Watch out. I think that's 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉𝑒. It's the Nika! Oh, the Shadow Nika. Yeah! The god of destruction. And this thing is fucking huge. Mom, everyone, run. From this Nika, don't be silly. You underestimate us, the power of parental love. Let's go, people. We've come from a generation of warriors, after all. Sure. Stand tall, stand proud. And they look like they're doing damage. Whoa, they really are strong. But then again, Nika, like, what the fuck? Get off me, you little... Hey, guys, the kids are there. We won't make it in time if we sprint. What the fuck? Oh, I was literally just saying this in the beginning of the chapter. How come we haven't seen a lot of the 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉𝑒 people been using the goddamn 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉𝑒 spear technique? Right here. To be fair, Harold did change the people to become less warlike, so maybe not a lot of people want to use it, and also not pass it on to the next generation. But these guys do know it. They know it. They know the technique. Shit, really? These two? I'm shocked that they know it. Let's do it, Goldberg. Right. 2 generals. Wait, let me... 3? 3? You can multiply this? You can add more than 2 people in this combo attack? Holy shit. So if you got like an entire, like, how many giants were in Harold's like guard? If they all, let's say, could learn the 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉𝑒 technique, which I feel like they should. I think he had like 200 guards. If all 200 of them just fucking stat up together and did an 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑜𝑉𝑒 spear technique, that's actually terrifying. Yo, you're actually giving the glaze to the giants now. Holy shit, for real. Wait, let me join in. I'll save you, little bro. 3 generals. And then Goku Sovereignty. So not Ikaku, which would be 1. So that's when Big Mom does it. What is it? Ichi ni Nongaku, I think, would be 2. And then Gokaku would be 3. And then, oh my god, Yongaku would be 4. So they blast a massive hole through this thing, but I don't think the spear technique's going to do shit. Huh? Hey, back off before you crush me. So makes his sword club thing. I don't know. It has the handle of a sword, but like Summers thinks is more like a elongated vine whip thing that he can use. And then bats this thing into the ship, you dumbass. You destroyed your own damn ship. That's stupidly convenient. Huh, the ship. Oh crap. The game takes us into an unexpected turn. They got absolutely lucky. That's the end of the chapter? Fuck. I need more. I want to see Zoro up against his opponent. The Brook stuff was definitely cool. And again, we're getting that detail. We're getting that detail. 100%. But, yo, that was the plot. That was the plot coming in clutch to save them. Without a doubt. The plot just said, here, let me help you, my child. Let me help you. Okay, so we now just stalled them losing immediately. So these guys are going to go, they're going to go take on Summer? Really? No, Sanji will probably blitz over. Yeah, Sanji will probably blitz over. Although he says Killingham and him are almost done. I don't see Killingham anywhere here. Great one. Killingham and I are about to complete our task. Yeah, I don't fucking see him. So maybe he's like nearby with like his demons doing a whole shit. But I assume Summers is coming, or I'm not Summers. Sanji will be coming soon to take him on. Probably, because Nami and them are hearing Sanji and they want to get to the kids. They want to get to the kids, and also we have to free Robin. How do we free Robin? With the thorns, go take out the guy with the thorn power. So Sanji should be coming. Zoro, on the other hand, who I thought would be fighting Killingham, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he's actually just gonna go and take on Dory and Broggy, and like it's gonna be an actual whole thing here. But we're seeing some old techniques. So we're seeing, well, like not old, but like very rarely used. So we have the crossing of the 6 paths. I'm pretty sure this is the same thing that he used. I'm pretty sure this is the same thing he used against the Kraken. Gift. Please, someone. Yeah, it is. It is. This is the technique they used in the beginning of the post-time skip. I think this is actually his first, like, real technique that we see in the post-time skip. So, we've come a long way. We've come a long, long way with Zoro and his technique. But now, after Gabon has told him the whole thing, like, you need to get better with your hockey and blah, 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 realize what you are and your potential, I'm seeing sparks here. Oda, you've been so inconsistent and weird about how the Straw Hats apparently don't know when they have certain hockey abilities. Can I take this to assume that finally Zoro is using controlled Conqueror's hockey? Maybe? Maybe? Like, if not, like, is this going to be like the entire thing, I guess, where it's like, damn, I thought I really unleashed it. Let me try this. No, it's not coming out. Like, this is not the thing that, like, Gabon Sensei or Gabon-san was telling me about. Even though it's like, what are these black sparks then? Like, that might go back in the idea that it's just, whenever we see the black sparks, that it's just in the minute of a lot of hockey. So, like, Doflamingo and Luffy, but then again, that was also supposed to be Conqueror's Haki. It's weird. It's weird. Oda and his sparks are fucking weird. I don't know. But it is good to see the crossing of the 6 paths. And I'm pretty sure, even though he doesn't say it here, this, like, bounce that he does off the air, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be, like, the Clear Lance. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the Clear Lance technique. Yeah. Where he just hits it and he flings back up into the air. Like, it's his, like, version of Skywalk, which I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised he's hadn't had a technique like this for a while now. For a while. Like, it was only up until we got to Wano did he finally have a technique to bounce through the air. But I guess maybe after Orlumbus had to chuck him, he's like, you know what? Actually, I need more mobility. I need to do my own mobility. So I think that's what's happening here. Where he's bouncing off the air. In fact, actually, is he using the same, like, movement, too? There he has, like, 2 swords, but I think it's, like, the same idea. He takes his 2 swords, thrashes it against the air, and then the explosive shockwave just fucking propels him in the opposite direction. But by doing so, they attack themselves, and then they get hurt. There was an idea, or a thought that someone proposed during, I think it was Cole's stream, that what if Zoro tricks these guys to fight each other? Like, if he doesn't learn the Haki here, for some reason, he doesn't, like, this is creditless, this is meaningless, don't worry about it, or it's not going to bear fruit right now, then there's the idea that maybe, if he doesn't have the Haki to put them down, he's going to, like, fuck with them. To be like, hey guys, you guys really are strong, but which one of you two is the true strongest? Try to play on their personalities, because as we've seen with Rox, Harold, and now in this chapter we have Gunko / maybe Princess Shura, that there is a way to, like, bring the person's memories back to the surface. And also, let me not fucking get that fucking good shot in there. Back to the surface. So if Zoro can, like, piece that together and have these guys fight each other, they can then stall themselves. But this also looks like they're actually taking sizable damage here, and Zoro even looks worried, like, oh shit. But again, they're supposed to be immortal, so not really sure why we're worried. It's weird. It's weird. Actually, let me go back. I want to go back to the Rox immortality thing briefly, and then I want to talk about the Gunko thing before we end this One Piece and get into JoJo's. I want to see, did a Rox bleed at all when he was getting injured, when he was immortal? Yeah, so also, well, I'll save this for the Gunko emo thing. That was their combination move. Emu got him, transforming him. Transforming him again. Crashes down. Gets swayed over. Like, was there any signs of blood? Because if there was no signs of blood, maybe immortals hurting immortals cancels out the power, and then you can do damage to each other. Yeah, he did, like, that one fucking throw of Haki against Kaido. He did a fucking knee kick of Haki to Big Mom. Whitebeard, like, damn. Alright, guess I gotta step up. And again, apparently this was Whitebeard, so he got, like, a feat update. Like, oh shit, he was the one who primarily did that shit. Let's see. I think it was only Roger and Garp that were doing the damages to him. Let's see. I don't see any blood. So here we go. Yeah, Roger and Garp, they go in to have their scrap with the Demon Dami reverse side rocks. We have the Hockey ability. Rocks blocks with them. Garp lands a punch. He takes the impact, but he just keeps it fucking trucking. Then overpowers them with Hockey. Yeah, they're the ones who are bleeding. We don't see Rocks bleeding at all. Roger comes in with an attack. Punches him into the wall. Garp then chucks him. Polo. Yeah, right? The takeover. The takeover. Is he bleeding? Okay, hold on. He is bleeding. He is bleeding. Let me... So we see, like, his face here. And then we also saw him, like, you know, muscle through the attack right there. No blood. It could be an inconsistency on Oda's part there. But as time progresses with their battle, he is bleeding. Yeah, he is bleeding. He is taking damage. So their Hockey is working. And then this is supposed to be like the end of Rocks, but then like he has like that one like un-demon moment where like I guess like they quelled the demon out of him. Again, he is bleeding there. And then they finish him off. I think Harold... Did Harold show blood too? Did Harold show blood at all when he becomes an immortal? Outside of, I think, Loki. Because Loki is, like, crazy overpowered and whatnot. Let's see. Breaks off the horn. They try to stab him. There is, like, some droplets here. Maybe that could be blood. But then he grows back anyway. Hockey swelling. There is some blood on his face here. He locks in. Yeah, there is blood. Like, they do shed blood, but then he, like, regens anyway. Again, more blood. Again, more blood. So, like, you can make them bleed, but it doesn't really amount to anything. They're just going to go back to, like, regenning their injuries. So, I don't know what the purpose is here for Oda to have Elder Jal rule and Zoro just kind of freak out like this. And then be like, Chiefs! It's like, okay, yeah, they're bleeding, but, like, you especially should know that they're going to be fine. Not for you guys, but, like, in the sense of, hey, they're just going to regen anyway. So I'm not too sure why Oda's depicting this as a serious moment here. Unless, like, again, can immortals do damage to each other? Can they cancel each other out? Is the idea here. Because Zoro doesn't land any attacks off on them. He just, I think, bounces off the air. And then they just fuck each other up. But why are they worried about that? I don't know. That's kind of odd on Oda's part here. But who knows? Again, Zoro doing stuff here is one thing. Although we'll see if this actually amounts to anything. If he's going to learn from what Gabon told him. If, like, you know, the Hockey sparks here are going to indicate anything. Even though Oda's been super inconsistent with them. Who frickin' knows? Who frickin' knows? Alright, let's get to the Gunko segment, because that's the most important stuff. So, Brook is bringing up Princess Shura. So, he knew a princess. He hung out with a princess. I can't see how you possibly would be her. It's impossible, but it's hard to deny that you are the spinning image of her. I make sure of that. Even if you aren't the princess, surely you must have her blood. If Princess Shura was alive, she would be around 80 years old by now. So again, kind of disbelieving that. Of course, she wouldn't recognize me because I've changed so much. And yet, he then counteracts his own idea there with the idea of, but you have like the exact same blue hair, you have the mismatched eyes, and you apparently have a connection to the Holy Land, which is interesting. So Brook knows a princess that had connections to the Holy Land. But when you get to the Holy Land, you don't have the status of a king or a princess anymore. You have the power of gods and or saints. So, this princess, whoever she was to Brooke, whoever she was a royalty, not divinity like the celestial dragons. But nonetheless, Brooke knows and or has been to the Holy Land with this person to know she has Holy Land connections. Fuck, I just want the Gunko thing here. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. There we go. Dad, their father, what is this memory? So this is when she was older. Actually, now that we finished the flashback, it looks like she is wearing the jacket. She looks like she's wearing the exact same jacket on God Valley. Yeah. She looks like... Yeah. Yeah, right here. So when whoever made this post on Facebook, better eyes than most of us, because barely anyone brought that up. She's wearing the exact same jacket when she's crying here, although her mouth is not wrapped up in bandages. Father, what is his memory? Yo ho ho ho. You see, my dream is to be a pirate. So I think we can cross off the idea that Brooke is her father. I don't believe that idea. This is Brooke probably saying that his dream is to become a pirate. This is when he was on that, what was it? The West Blue battle convoy for a nation. We don't know the nation in particular. But I'm going to guess now that nation Brooke was a battle convoy on was probably Princess Shura's nation. In fact, let me see. Princess Shuri. That hasn't been brought up before. Not as far as I can remember. Oh, dude. I'm trying to think of all the angles here. I'm trying to think of all the possible angles here to keep Brooke away from the allegations, man. I don't want Brooke to have Holy Land allegations. I mean, wouldn't matter in the end because, you know, he wants to become a pirate. He probably didn't like what he saw if he ever did go to the Holy Land. No. It still is just kind of crazy. Like, my man Brooke really knew someone on the Holy Land. Or, like, knew someone who went to the Holy Land. But maybe this is more like a 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝑚/Pell situation, where, like, he was the not only on the battle convoy, but he was also, a, you know, like, their royal guard for that nation. What's this? Top hats don't lie. Bone to be Obama. The Secret Life of Soul King Brooke, the former battle convoy leader of the West Blue Bollywood Us. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself sooner, but I'm Dead Bones Brooke. I'm a wanted man. My nickname is also the Humming Swordsman Brooke. I have a bounty of 33 million berries on my head. Long ago, I was the leader of a battle convoy in a certain kingdom, of course. Oda does that to, like, be mysterious. After that, I served as the Rumbar Pirates as the musician, swordsman, and later, I stepped in as the captain. The name's Brooke. Okay. I don't know where we're getting this. Battle convoy. So you think he was in Bollywood? So he was Abraham Lincoln's battle convoy? I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. But yeah, Brooke was on a battle convoy at some point. And yes, also Brooke 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝒀. So that's Sanji's last name. That name sends a bit of chills down my spine. No, it can't be. He also knew stuff about the 𝑬𝑨𝑽𝒀, but he never let us know about any of that stuff. This island here is in the Grand Line, so it's not Mihawk's, like, place that he hangs out with. Let me see. Does Ryoma say anything here? Like, the Shadow Ryoma? Right, he also knew about the samurais. Indeed, the samurai is the given name of a swordsman from the Wano Country Kingdom. So he actually knows about the Wano Country Kingdom too. Like, Brook knows a lot, he just won't talk. He just will not talk about it unless someone brings it up for him. The Wano Country is a sealed-off nation whose people do not take kindly to the outsiders. They are not even part of the world government. He knows about that. They say that the country's swordsmen, the samurai, are also quite terrifying, that even the Marines dared not to venture close to them. He knew about the 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀. This is a relief on him and the 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝒻𝒀. I feel like I've heard that name before. Again, Brook not saying shit. Like, Brook, just fucking talk to people. Just talk to people, Brook. I don't understand. That's not it. It was written in a newspaper I used to read. There was called the comic strip of the Warrior of the Sea, the Evil Army of... Yeah, so maybe this can all tie back together. The battle convoy, 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝒻𝒀, Princess Sharia of a certain kingdom, and Brook. This might all tie in together. That would be crazy. I know people really want Brook to be tied to this kingdom too. The Muggy Kingdom. I don't know. But there is something weird going on with this kingdom too. But it might be more of a Mihawk story than anything else. You're like a phoenix or a zombie. You shouldn't be able to stand back up anymore. I like to see you stop me completely. Now you won't be able to take your shadow again. Where would you like me to cut you with my Yasugiri? You don't know anything, so don't use that name. I used to be in the royal... So not only was he on a battle convoy, he was a part of a royal raiding party. The name of my favorite move was Requiem Balador. My shipmates praised it and renamed it to Hanno Hatsuchi Yasugiri. Right. So basically, he was so skilled at like the flying arrow knot slash back in his kingdom, and also like his battle convoy slash the royal guard. Let's call it that. He was a part of a royal guard. He was so good of his own nation, of his own West Blue fighting style, that they renamed it after Brook. They renamed it just for Brook. So even though Brook is from the West Blue, that's like, you know, whatever. Like, Brook does get a lot of fame, like back in the day. So again, unironically, Oda might try and upskill Brook. Oda might unironically try and upskill Brook. And this post was made like 4 years ago. So this is not even including all the shit nowadays. So the Bone Man's Lost Kingdom. So it was supposed to came up regarding at the time Brook mentioned that he was a part of a battle convoy of an unnamed kingdom. He was the captain of a convoy, he says. I was the leader of a battle convoy in a certain kingdom. Right. Like, there is a lot of crazy shit going on with him. But I'm going to guess he's not Gunko's father. They're not parent and child. He was more of... I think he was probably more akin to what Pell and Vivi were, where Pell and Vivi were very close as you know, as can be when you were growing up with each other. He was like a part of the royal guard that kept her safe when she was younger. And that's, I think, what the same thing was for Brook and Gunko, or I guess now Princess Shura. Now, why would Emu erase their name? I guess that's also, like, brings up their memory. And that's why, you know, they're like, how dare you bring your surface? Like, when you join the Holy Knights, do you have to relinquish any ties to your past self? Even your name brings up the memories. Knows about Wano Country. Was a part of a royal raiding party and not just also a part of the battle convoy. That is known. She has her jacket here when she says father. So I wonder if... Again, it could be Yorkie. But maybe Brook lost someone else. I hoped I'd go the rest of my life without ever having to think about you again. I owed everything to the man whose life you took. My patriarchal princess. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the person they lost was the king of Brook's old kingdom and not 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀. So whoever the king was, whoever gunko's father was, something happened to him. And this is when she was a little bit older too, because she has the jacket there. And around the time of God Valley, she was a god steel. But we do see the person. We do see the person with 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 in their chambers, like 20-something years. 20-something years pre-God Valley, and it looks like 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀, or it looks like gunko. Maybe that's gunko's mom, or that is Princess Shura. And then that's when they officially became gunko. Like, maybe this is the day. Maybe this is like the moment that they got their crest, like Shanks and Harold. But they said that she was a godsteel. I don't know. The timeline's very weird. We're definitely still missing a lot of key information, but the Brook stuff is interesting. Main thing is, we're getting the stuff of the princess's name, someone Brook lost, recognizing that, hey, even though it's been 80 years, gunko or Shura would be old, and yet she hasn't changed at all, so it's confirming that there's something weird going on with gunko. Even though she should just be a god knight, so she only should have, in theory, the abyss thing. Brook proving once again the memories can come to the surface if there's a connection. Gunko unravels the knot. Very nice. For Brook, kind of for the kids, and then the other Straw Hats. Brook is still bound, kind of. 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 says, get back in line. And then they fight. This is crazy. But the idea maybe is that why this is not as crazy as it might appear to be is that unlike Saturn, who has the deep sea, or I'm sorry, the deep sea covenant, you can then bring more of 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 to the battlefield. Like, it's not just a possession like here or here with Saturn. Like, Saturn got possessed as he was leaving God Valley. But for here, early on, 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 and more of their glory, their full power, if you will, could come to the battlefield and do stuff. And use Saturn's own unique things to their ability more so than even he could. But we didn't see the book. We didn't see the trident. We didn't see the gun. Dominant reverse eyes were already happening before 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 even came here, because we saw the Davy family that Rox was taking out. Yeah, I don't know. So I think maybe there is something going on with the elders doing more stuff than like gunko is able to do by bringing 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 here. But because this is not happening now, I think as he's in a possession mode, neither gunko or 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 can utilize the best of their abilities. Because I'm going to be real with you. Yo, Rico, what's up, my guy? Supping by. Supping by. I'm going to get into JoJo's in a minute. In just like 1 second. As funny and crazy as this is, there's no way Brook's going to go toe-to-toe with gunko 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀. In the idea that if 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀 is as powerful as they are, and we saw when they showed up, their Conqueror's Haki just leveled the playing field of so many people across, like, this area of the tree. This massive area. Brook should stand no chance. And again, he did go up against Big Mom. But come on now. Come on now. He should fumble. He should fumble here. Feelings be damned. Maybe, like, that is weakening them. And then, two, maybe in this possession state, they're not as powerful as they would be if they were separate. Neither gunko nor 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀. They're not utilizing the best of their ability. It's, like, unique stuff here. But there's a trade-off to that. But Brook's gonna, I guess, stall until, I guess, maybe Harujin comes here and helps him out. And then they're gonna stall together until Luffy and company gets here. But then, like, I don't know. Because it's just like, if Brook can do stuff or stall against 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀, unironically, then I feel like Luffy and Loki, until, like, they, like, learn that Haki, which they will in mid-combat, once that happens, it's like, they should just pack up 𝑬𝑨𝑹𝑳𝒀. No, right? Right? It's weird. Like, the implications here can go one way or the other proceeding. It can either be Brook is mentally weakening this emu's possession because of Gunko's connection, aka Princess Shura's connection, and on top of that, the possession in of itself is not as strong as Gunko herself, or if emu themselves were here and they can't do what Saturn did on God Valley, or B, Oda's going to be inconsistent because he wants to have a cool moment for Brook, and then all of a sudden when Luffy and Loki get here, like, Emu's gonna be like, now it's time for the real test. And, like, bring, like, a bunch of shit. It's like, wait, why didn't you use that against Brook then? To, like, be like, silence. And then take him out. You know? Which, knowing Oda, honestly, the latter could be possible. The latter is probably more likely than anything else. He's just gonna be like, oh, yeah, I wanted to make a cool moment for Brook. Even though, again, he should stand no chance. Like, it was the same kind of idea with Big Mom and Brook, too, where it's like, on paper, this is cool and all. Brook gets his little ore farming moment, but, like, dude stood no chance. He stood no chance. And I'm going to be real, too. Did she need to really bust out Prometheus and Zeus against him? No. But again, it's for the moment, it's for shock and awe, it's to hype up Brook. But, like, the same thing should happen here. He should get folded in the exact same way Big Mom did to him all those years ago for us as the readers. For him, it's like a month ago. No, actually, it's probably more like 2 months. Yeah. Wild. It's like, it's been 2 months since Brook himself faced down a Yonko and now is facing down Emu. But Usopp and company are free now because of Brook. So, again, more W's to Brook. So they should be doing stuff. And Sanji's on his way. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. Okay. That's it for One Piece. I need to go into JoJo. So, Greatest Estate, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get to the Greatest Estate today. That might have to be pushed back. Because I want to do JoJo's for like a minute and see where we get. So that's going to take priority. Unfortunately. One Piece shook it up. One Piece shook up the plans for the day. But at least then this gives me time for, let's say, tomorrow. If I wanted to do, let's say, another Fate stream, which I kind of really do. I kind of want to do like another Samurai stream. So maybe we'll do like a little stream. It won't be as long as we did last night, but we can do like a little stream of that tomorrow in substitute of us having One Piece then. But then for the Greatest Estate, we'll have to like probably do it like next week. Like maybe we'll only do the Greatest Estate next week. We'll see. We'll see, because it's not also that hard to go through a bunch of chapters for the Greatest Estate. For JoJo's, it's a lot of fucking reading. It's a lot of fucking reading, man. It's like, good Lord of Rocky. He's becoming more and more like Togashi as the years go on with his parts. It's like, ugh. Anyway. But yeah, great chapter. We should have a chapter next week. So whether it's going to be as early as this, I doubt it. But if it is early again, we'll hit it up. But probably next week it's going to be Friday. And maybe I might make it to a stream later for collab when it comes to discussion of this chapter. We'll see. All right. One Piece fans, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Going into JoJo's. So if you want to hang out there, come on down. Until next time, be easy. Hydrate. And stay warm. Take care. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Deuces.